Welcome back as we continue our review for our 7.8 quiz this Thursday. I am going to start by looking at factoring these two. So this is still part of part two, just continued. So as we go through this, factor doesn't mean set equals zero. Factor is just using our box method. So it's our AC method. We look, nothing in common. So I go right to the box. Top left is 12x squared. Bottom right is negative 2. So I'm looking for the factors of negative 24x squared that can combine to make 5. Remember, since this is a negative, my factors have to have different signs because they have to multiply to make that. So 1, 24, 2, 12, 3, 8, 4, and 6. Then remember, one's going to be positive and negative. To get to a positive 5, I can take 8 and 3. And since I want it to be positive, it has to be a positive 8x and a negative 3x. Now we factor up, factor out. To factor up, I can pull a 3x out of both of those terms. Out of both of these terms, I can pull out a 2. Factor out of both of these, I can pull out a 4x. Then out of here, I can only pull out a 1, but I know I have to pull out a negative because that term is negative. So the factored form of this is 3x plus 2 times 4x minus 1. It's the length and width of the box we just created. Now when I come over here and look at solve, sorry the camera keeps floating in and out because my hand's moving. As I do solve, solving means we have to factor and then apply the zero product property. So as I go to solve, I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. Sorry about the camera shaking. I need to rewrite this in factored form. So I first look for a GCF. I notice the GCF in all of these is 3. So 3 gets pulled out. 3 times what gives me 3x squared? X squared. 3 times what gives me negative 6x? Negative 2x. 3 times what gives me negative 24? Negative 8. So when I factor the 3 out, the partners stayed behind. Now, since I'm solving, I can remove that 3. If I was just factoring, I would keep it there. But since I'm solving, I'm going to divide both sides by 3, and I'm left with x squared minus 2x minus 8 equals 0. Now I just need to finish factoring this using our box method or our AC method. Then I can set each factor equal to 0 using our zero product property. So I'm going to draw the box. Make this large enough to see. Top left is x squared. Bottom right is negative 8. Some people are getting very quick at this and can do it in their head, which is fine. But I know I need the factors of negative 8x squared that combine to make negative 2. So 1, 8, 2, 4. And since I need a negative 2, I know it's going to be a negative 4x and a positive 2x because negative 4x plus 2x is my negative 2x. Factor up, factor out. I can pull an x out. And this I know I'm going to pull out a negative because of the negative 4x, and I'm going to pull out a negative 4. Here I'll pull out an x and a positive 2. So now this factor is to make x minus 4, x plus 2, and that equals 0. Well, since I have two factors set equal to 0, I use my zero product property. X minus 4 equals 0, x plus 2 equals 0. Add 4 to both sides. X equals 4 minus 2, x equals negative 2. So 4 and negative 2 are your two solutions to that equation. I will continue on to part 3 in the next video.